Hey guys, it's Watson. I just wanted to make a really quick disclaimer. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to put it in from the front of the video. I just wanted to say I do give my full condolences to anybody that had relatives or family members or anybody significant to them that disappeared in the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. I don't mean any disrespect. These are just conspiracy theories. They're all, like I said, conspiracy theories, and they're not meant to be taken seriously. They're just things that I find really interesting, and I'm really sorry if this hurts anybody that lost anybody in the flight, or knew anybody that lost someone in the flight, just anybody that was related to the flight in any way. I do sincerely apologize for this video, and again, it's not meant to be any disrespect, and I'm so sorry if it is. I give my full condolences to you, and again, I'm very sorry. So just watch if you like conspiracy theories, because that's really all I talk about, and I'm, again, sorry. Yes, bitch. Alright. Hey guys, it's Watson. Welcome to the video. I'm making a video about conspiracy theories because don't I just love to jump on the bandwagon. This is just another attempt of me to jump on the YouTube bandwagon to hopefully cash in on some views. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to make a video about this because I love conspiracy theories, and I've also been very interested in a very specific airline flight, which you may or may not know about. You probably know about it if you clicked on this video. But yeah, basically this video is going to be about the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 and all the conspiracy theories surrounding its disappearance. In case you don't already know, Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, basically a Boeing 77 airplane that took flight on, I think, March 8th, 2014, and it went missing. And we don't know where it is right now. We only found pieces of debris, nothing that gave us any solid evidence of what happened on the plane, where it is now, where it went, why it like took a different route and suddenly went the fuck missing, why we couldn't find it. I always found that interesting. How the fuck do you lose an airplane? But apparently a lot of other people find it suspicious too, hence why there are so many conspiracy theories. So I'm going to put all of my sources below so you can check them out for yourself. I'm also going to try and put some timestamps in the description as to which conspiracy theory I will be covering at what time. So here we go with some conspiracy theories about Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. One of the first conspiracy theories that a lot of people have is that Pitbull actually predicted the fact that the plane would be disappearing. According to the theory, he predicted it 2 years prior. People believe the lyrics from his song Get It Started actually match a lot of what happened on the airplane. And they basically mirror the events, which is kind of spooky, so people tend to think he predicted it. Some lyrics include things like, now it's off to Malaysia, 2 passports, 3 cities, 2 countries, 1 day. People believe that the 2 passports that he's referring to are the 2 stolen passports. I think they were 1 Italian stolen passport and 1 Austrian stolen passport that 2 passengers used to board the plane. They also think that the cities that they're referring to are the capital cities of Malaysia, Vietnam, and China, and they also think that the 2 countries they're referring to are Vietnam and Malaysia. Also the lyric, no Ali, no Frazier, but for now, off to Malaysia. People believe that the no Ali is referencing the Mr. Ali, who bought the tickets for the 2 Iranians that used the stolen passports in the plane. So yeah, I feel like it's just a coincidence, but you know. Conspiracy theorists shall think what conspiracy theorists want to think. Another theory is that the plane was actually just hijacked and flown to Afghanistan. This was actually claimed by a Russian newspaper mainly. They believed it was hijacked by unknown terrorists. The only known thing about the terrorists is that one of their names, I think the name of the terrorist that was controlling the whole thing is Hitch. They believe that the plane is currently in Afghanistan near the border of Pakistan, although there's no actual real evidence to really support any of these claims, so which is why I don't really believe in myself, but you know. And then another more interesting theory is that Flight 370 actually hid beneath the shadow of another airplane that was going the same route. This theory actually went viral on Twitter, no surprise. It was basically that the plane was able to avoid radar detection by hiding in the shadow, flying in the shadow of another plane. The man that came up with the theory was actually doing some really deep research, is why I kind of find it to be kind of a plausible theory myself. He plotted the route that Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 was taking on a map until its disappearance, and he found that another Boeing 777 Flight Singapore 68 was going the exact same route as the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. The Malaysian Airlines was found to be right behind the Singapore Airlines flight at exactly 6 o'clock. The man who came up with this theory basically believed that the Malaysian Airlines flight could have turned off all communication, making it possible to hide beneath the Singapore flight without being detected, obviously by radars. Now I need to read this bit off of the paper because I don't know what the fuck it means. Once Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 had cleared up the volatile airspaces and was safe from being detected by military radar sites nearby, it would have been free to break from the shadow and fly into its final landing site. It's a mouthful. And so yeah, I feel like that's actually a really interesting theory that I haven't really heard that much about, so I'm not as quick to doubt its validity. if that makes any sense. And then another theory that we knew was gonna come here was alien abduction. Yeah. Again, this mainly spread it online, as most of these theories did. Because, you know, you don't see any, like, Malaysian police chiefs running around with conspiracy theories under their belt. Many people believe that the disappearance of the plane was so traceless that it has to be a supernatural occurrence. This supernatural force being aliens, of course. There was a lot of unusual radar activity going on when the plane disappeared. So many people put this out to, obviously, aliens. This is very obviously, as you can tell, an incredibly backed up theory. One of the biggest flips that apparently a UFO was spotted on the radars before it went missing. Please keep in mind, UFO does not necessarily mean spacecraft, it means unidentified flying object, so it could have been anything. The UFO shifted into an airplane and then sped off the map and then stopped at a certain point, which I don't know if I believe, obviously. But if you do, that's fine. Many members of the media apparently excuse this unusual radar activity as saying, yeah, they weren't able to properly interpret the radar records, but obviously conspiracy theorists don't buy it. This theory even went so far to claim that the missing airplane was found on the moon. There was a magazine cover that claimed that the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 was found on the moon. Because, you know, airplanes just land on the moon. Another really interesting theory is basically that the whole thing could have just been a really elaborate life insurance scam. It's basically the idea that one of the members of the plane would have bought a really large sum of life insurance before going on the plane, and then perhaps hijacking it, or he knew it was going to go down. So if he bought a lot of life insurance and went on the plane and then obviously crashed and died or wasn't able to be found again, that his family would receive a large sum of money to compensate. And so they believe that maybe the passengers may have had, like, debts to pay or something like that. And many people even believe the pilot may have bought a large sum of life insurance and then obviously crashed and died. Or not crashed and died, but, you know, was unable to be found, and then his family would get a large sum of life insurance compensation. This would make sense if obviously one of the passengers' family needed a lot of money, and then you could basically sacrifice yourself for the money of, you know, compensation. One of the things that I find really interesting about this case is that the police chief that's currently in charge of the case refused to rule out this as an option of, like, what would have happened. It's refused to be ruled out. Maybe there's some possibility there. I don't know. You know, I feel like it's a little bit more realistic than alien abduction, but that's just me. And then, of course, the Illuminati is to blame for everything, apparently. A lot of theorists believe that because the plane that went missing was the Boeing 777, that has a lot to do with the Illuminati, because 777 is apparently a very important number in the Illuminati. I don't know that much about the Illuminati, I'm so sorry. And one of the things that I find really, really terrifying is that the Illuminati have a tendency to, if they're gonna do something, they like to give subtle hints about it before they do it. These posters for Malaysian Airlines are very, what's the word? Very foreshadowing, if you just look. That's terrifying. So that people believe that the Illuminati caused the plane to go missing and then gave a lot of subtle hints about it beforehand. And then one of the last theories that I find to be probably really plausible is the theory that the pilot deliberately crashed it, or pilot suicide. Now, this has been, like, mainly ruled out by the people that are actually doing the case, because they say, yeah, the pilot had no, like, he didn't appear to have any intentions to, like, kill himself. He didn't seem to have anything like that. But my friends, excuse me for a sec, he had no intentions to kill himself, but his diary, for all of his plans, he cleared out his entire diary. The pilot had cleared out his entire diary. In case you don't know what that is, that's basically like a planner. He had cleared out his entire planner. Therefore, he made sure he had no future plans, no future arrangements, nothing in the future. Why would you clear out your diary unless, you know, fucking, like, death? One thing that we have learned about this flight is that the passengers all died of oxygen starvation before the pilot ditched the plane, and they all definitely went unconscious 4 hours before the plane disappeared. Many believe that the pilot, I'm gonna put his name right here because I don't want to try to pronounce it, deliberately depressurized the cabin, which ended up killing all of the passengers because their brains died of oxygen starvation. And of course you might be thinking, but oxygen masks, those little things that they always tell you to, you know, use because, like, they'll come down from the ceiling to secure your own before anybody else's, those will only supply you 20 minutes of oxygen. So, you know, after that, they're pretty much fucked. I feel like that's kind of a plausible theory, since he cleared out his entire fucking diary, so he made sure he would have no plans after this. Many people also believe that this may have been because there are cracks in the plane, therefore the cabin just depressurized on its own. But I feel like that theory is a little bit more prevalent. I feel like something's kind of being hidden from us. But, you know, it's just me being a crazy tinfoil alien abduction conspiracy theorist. So thank you, Shane Dawson, for getting me sucked down this rabbit hole. I'm never able to return again. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that video. Sorry again, it's not my I don't know what my content is, but that's not what I normally post. But I really like conspiracy theories, hoping to do some more of them. And again, I'll put all my sources below, so it's not just me plagiarizing, and I'll put timestamp as to what conspiracy theory comes up when. So yeah, I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Hope you hopefully watch the whole thing. And if you're as interested in MH370 as I am, then hopefully you'll like it, and maybe, you know, get more terrified of flying on planes. I hope you don't. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've enjoyed the next one. And yeah, I guess that's it. So Watson signing off.